Okay, this is also a really good question. How do I talk to my child about stuttering or speech therapy? What should I or should I not say? So I think in the previous piece, I talked about this question a little bit. But again, I think we need to think about children as people, and we need to think about what they're thinking about. So we need to be smart if it's our own child or someone else's child, if we're the therapist. What's going through this child's mind? What are their questions and concerns? What are the hot words? What are the words that we might use that might scare them? What are some of the words we might use that might be very unattractive? For example, I don't think my 7th grade son is interested in anyone else telling him that he's going to have speech homework. No one is looking for more homework. So the second you say, oh, there's going to be a little speech homework, I think you've lost them at hello. So we need to think about the words we use and what are some of the hot words that can repel a parent or a child or an adult. And then what are some of the words that can be very inviting? So inviting a youngster to come into a project, inviting a youngster to explore some feelings through drawings or through acting or through movement or through videos or through the arts or through going out to the park and kicking a ball back and forth or taking a walk or shooting hoops. These are ways to create a bridge, to create trust. And once you do that, you can have very productive relationship and you can really work on very sensitive things. So long as you use words that are very sterile and very fearsome, even if the person stays in therapy, it's not going to penetrate. The example I think of, Carol Westby, one of the mentors and really top speech language pathologists in our field, she has a concept that children learn through play. And I'd like to extend that concept, and I think I heard her say it. If you think about how children learn how to swim, children don't learn how to swim when they're terrified in the water. They learn how to swim only after they're comfortable splish-splashing in the water. So what that means is children don't learn when they're terrified. None of us do. We may memorize something out of fear. We may be able to spit it back on a test, but we're not really learning long-term deep learning. Long-term deep learning happens when you feel safe, when you feel interested, when you feel respected, and when you feel there's someone on the other side that has something to offer you, who respects you and responds to you and can enlighten you. So I think that's the way to set up the dynamic of how we set up therapy and how we talk about therapy, whether it's a young child or an older child or a teen or an adult, making sure that we make it relevant, making sure we address any of the issues that might be points of resistance, and using language that really makes it descriptive as opposed to judgmental. Very important point. The language we use about any speech issue, stuttering, voice, you name it. Oh, today was a bad day. What was bad about it? Oh, it was a bad talking day. A bad talking day? Did you talk? What made that bad? Who says that's bad? These words are very judgmental. And if we can shift to using words that are more descriptive, like, oh, today I had a sticky day. Today was very effortful for me. It's a whole different world. It opens up a dialogue and a channel of communication between a parent and child. Child is not going to come home and tell you, hey, mommy, I had a really bad day. I did really bad. But a child will come home if the language is, hey, mommy, today was a really hard talking day. Today was really tough. Today was hard for me to get my words out. And that might be hard for mom to hear. But if we use that language, we will, keep a line of communication so that our child can talk to us openly and honestly, and we can talk to them with words that are descriptive and not judgmental.